Hi DAC members, Ellen here, your fitness director, and I thought I'd make a quick, well, maybe not super quick, little video to kind of walk you through the reopening of not the club itself, but the fitness programs. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and walk you through a few things. Okay. First, I want to say thank you to you guys for staying connected and for so many of you supporting the club through this time. Thank you, those of you who set up Facebook accounts for the first time and learned how to navigate Zoom for the first time. We just thank you so much. We felt your very real, very live energy as we kept fitness happening daily with you guys. I also just want to shout out my incredible team. Pivoting and adapting to a virtual landscape for instructing it's not easy, and there is quite a learning curve there. So huge shout out to my Group X staff, Jean, Lori, Marilyn, Tammy, Corinne, Lily, Debbie, Amber, Jeff, and Sabrina, for the live offerings that that they have been giving to you guys, our tribe coaches, Jen and Brandy, and our personal trainers that continue to do training during this time too, Jeremiah, Greg, Lori, and Brandy. Also, before I go to the next slide, we had a lot of other instructors who did some pop-ups when we were sort of in transition. While the instructor team was learning to do the live offerings, we had quite a few instructors offer to do pre-recorded. And we actually had instructors offering to provide fitness offerings even after we launched our live schedule. So thank you to all hands or on deck. Along that line, we had a few instructors that leveled up their continuing education during this time. We have Laura, Brandy, Debbie, Amber, Amy, Chelsea, and Katie that worked on new certifications, continuing education, learning new formats. We brought on a new staff member, Rebecca Sprinson. She is a group power instructor. So welcome her, please. If you don't know her, just look for a little Spitfire with high energy and short blonde curly hair. Okay, so I just want to start off by managing your expectations before we get into what the schedules will look like and the timeline and the policies and procedures. That the schedule is not going to look the same. It's going to be about a half schedule, and it might not ever return back to the normal that you once knew it as. It will likely be a half schedule, potentially, possibly anyway, all summer long. And things aren't going to ever be exactly the same. And we can't really put the genie back in the bottle in terms of virtual. So we definitely want to have some virtual offerings as a part of our fitness repertoire moving forward. And it probably won't be via Facebook Live. So we can talk about that on another day. Lots of things were improved around the club. So we have new carpet like all over the place. Locker rooms, the tunnel, the second floor, the stretching area. There's new paint everywhere. The men's locker room has new sink bays, light fixtures, hardware, mirror. The pool is crazy cleaned out. There's new ceiling tiles at the back entrance, and the lockers look beautiful. They've been refinished in the men's and the women's. Okay, let's talk about group exercise. Just basically in general, our instructors are going to have a couple of washable masks that they can wear into the club. They will likely remove the mask during instruction, but they will be wearing the mask navigating the club. The instructor will, of course, wash hands, soap and water wash hands as they enter, and likely have their temperature taken. Not you guys, just the employees. Okay, let's go ahead and move into now studio by studio what to expect. And not all areas are going to be open. So let's start with Studio 1. Basically, you guys are going to show up, first come, first serve. You can't save a spot for your friend. There's going to be dots on the floor. Don't grab any equipment. Just show up and stand on a dot. Once the class is kind of gathered on their dots, more than 6 feet apart, then the instructor will kind of roll call you, if you will, to dismiss you sort of one at a time to go get your equipment. And you guys will remain, of course, you're 6 feet apart. And at the end of class, and classes are all going to be shorter because we're going to allow for time to sanitize and clean. At the end of class, similarly, your instructor in Studio One will dismiss you to get a sanitation wipe. You should be able to clean all of your equipment with just one. So your instructor will kind of dismiss you person by person. You'll go get the wipe and you'll like exit through one side of the back and enter through the other. You know what I mean? Like a round robin style. And then you'll begin cleaning everyone will begin cleaning their equipment. So you'll sort of be doing that simultaneously and then one by one dismiss. Classes will need to be shorter because we want to be respectful of your time. So just as an example, if Michie teaches a class, a 5:30 p.m. group power class, and there's not a class after her, we still don't want her to run a full hour of skip programming of group power because it's going to take like 15 minutes to sanitize everything. And that would require that you stayed there for 75 minutes. So to be respectful of your time, classes are all going to be shorter to allow for that cleaning time. The classes that are going to be the shortest or take the longest to sanitize the equipment are group power, bar, and core and balance, mostly because there's so many pieces of equipment. With group power, we are not using benches and risers. No benches and risers. We're just not going to use that equipment during this time. The chairs that are on the dollies for the bar class and for the core and balance, I know a lot of you guys help Marilyn and Lori with that. Please don't. We just want to eliminate the hands touching those chairs in terms of getting them in and out of the room. So we've got a system for that. Okay. The instructor is going to clean all types of little nitty-gritty things, from the microphone stem to the keys, to the little tiny battery. So you guys will clean your individual equipment, and the mod squad, I like to call them, they will like rove and clean the water fountain, which you shouldn't need to touch the water fountain anyway, stair railings, which hopefully you don't need to touch, the hallway benches, all that stuff. Pardon, some of these notes are left over from my other meeting and don't apply to you. I just saw that, but let's keep going. I duplicated a presentation and I thought I took out everything that was instructor specific. Okay, Mind Body Studio. This is gonna operate very similar to Studio One. There's gonna be dots on the floor. Classes are going to be about 15 minutes shorter than the time. So 60-minute classes will be 45, 75 will be 60, and 90 will be 75. The yoga blocks will be stacked in the window bays, and you'll be dismissed kind of one at a time by rows on dots to grab your yoga block, and also to grab your sanitation wipe at the end to clean your yoga block, and of course your mat. Many of you, of course, bring your own mats, except for those of you that are doing Pilates and use the club mat in there. What else am I forgetting to say? We have taken the straps out of the club, and I know that straps are an important piece of equipment, so they will be available for purchase at our cost, so that you can have your own that you take, because it's too difficult to launder all the straps the way they tangle up and between classes. So we had to remove those as available equipment for you. Little heads up there. Instructor will sanitize all the nitty gritty stuff, from the thermostat to the light switch to the door handles to everything they touch. And the mod squad will rove and continue to clean the shoe cubby. The elevator buttons have been monofoil treated, etc. Let's move on. The DAC fitness floor classes are canceled. Those spaces are not available. We've moved equipment to allow for greater physical distancing. So there will not be any DAC fit classes upon this reopen. Let's talk about spin. The classes are going to be roughly 15 people, maybe a little bit fewer. We're still working that out right now with the 6-foot distancing. That's Cody's ballpark. And Sherry and Jen might be able to do some outdoor rides with you guys during this time. And we have the option, if we reach capacity and capacity becomes an issue, we have the option to move all the bikes up into the ballroom and really spread them apart. So those are just things to know about spin. We're going to end our hour-long classes after about 50 minutes. And we're going to end our 50-minute classes after about 40 minutes. And you guys are going to be dismissed. Your bike is like your dot. You're going to get on your dot, you're going to get on your bike, and your instructor will dismiss you to the sanitation station, kind of one person at a time, allowing for 6-foot distancing to get your sanitation wipe. You'll come back and you'll clean your bike. You'll sort of simultaneously be cleaning and then being dismissed. And we are not going to have towels down in the studios. So grab, if you want more than one towel, absolutely totally fine. Grab 2, grab 3. Instructor can grab kind of a stack. We want to try to eliminate the spray bottle and the wiping of the bikes, because then you have to sanitize the spray bottle. But if you have a large sweaty puddle at the bottom of your bike, then of course the sanitation wipe isn't going to cut it. You'll have to use the towel and the spray bottle, but then we need a sanitation wipe to clean the spray bottle. So yeah, we'll navigate that one together. Okay, the instructor's gonna clean all the nitty gritty, and that's a wrap for spin. Water, I think you guys probably saw the guidelines for, we aren't able to have those wet areas open, so there will not be any water classes or master swim at this time. Let's talk about Tribe. Let's see, where do I begin? Let me actually begin with what's happening schedule-wise. June 8th, we will resume in-club programming for this, for Tribe team training. We might reduce enrollment to a 6-person max. We are right now kind of seeing how the programming for season 4 and that space will play out. So we might have little tiny teams just to allow for greater safety and sanitation. Free week begins June 8th. So of course, as usual, you will enroll prior to, like the Friday before is how we do that. And then season 4 begins, sorry, did I say that June 8th was free week? June 8th is free week, but we can't have like 13 people coming to a session for free week. So make sure you diligently enroll, and we're gonna have to really cap that off. I'm famous for having like 17 people come to free week and we're just jammed in there. We can't do that this time, obviously. So June 15th, the season starts, and 6-week season, 12 sessions, yada, yada. It's $168 per session. We're not gonna run back to back like we have historically done, like 9 a.m.s and 10 a.m.s and 11 a.m.s and 12 p.m.s, like back to back to back to back. And we're gonna avoid that for season 4 in terms of our free week and season programming. We have a new membership. I don't know what to call it yet. So right now I'm calling it the value membership. It is an EFT of $80 a month if you just want to participate in Tribe all the time. It is a crazy high value for you. It's a 23% discount, because if you amortize the cost of doing Tribe every season, it's $99 a month for members. And so those of you that love Tribe, this is the way to go. And so you will have the opportunity to enroll for that in the next few days. You can receive a refund if you get injured or have medical need to suspend that. You can opt out or opt in by those seasonal deadlines. So we would want you to opt in, obviously in time, because I and my coaches we manage the size of those teams and everything. So you just have to obviously enroll in time or unenroll in time so that the coach knew how many people were on their team. We would like a 30 days notice for those of you that are going to terminate that value membership. Like I said, it's a huge savings, and you can get ready to enroll for that soon, like next week. Members, you guys will clean, it's funny that I said bandles. I meant band handles. Yeah, you're gonna clean the bandles. Kettlebells, med balls, stability balls, dumbbells, the TRX straps have been monofoiled. The coach will clean the nitty gritty, you know, the little dry erase markers, the remote control that we use, the railing, the chin up bars, the box, all the legs of the box jumps that get set up, all those things. Mod Squad will clean the catwalk railings, the water fountain, bathroom, all that stuff. And when I say that you, the member, will clean all those items, it kind of depends on you and your team and your coach, because likely we will share in those duties together. The coach and you guys will likely share the cleaning of all those pieces of equipment. Let's talk about personal training. The trainer will be masked. And we recommend that the client is masked as well. You will stay at 6 feet apart, and both you, the member, the client, and the trainer will wash hands before and after every session. Keep in mind that DAC fit floor area is not available. The stretching area has been moved to the top of the stairs that has been newly carpeted. The trainer will be cleaning up everything you touch. The trainer will be cleaning. So just know that it's going to take a little bit more time. The sanitation stations are in Studio 1, Mind Body, Spin, the fitness floor, 3 on the cardio floor, 3 on the weight floor, and 1 in Tribe. And those are going to be these wipes that have the right type of product to treat and disinfect and clean all of the equipment. I'm just going to run through this quickly because you will have the schedule at your disposal at any moment now. Perhaps even by the time you watch this video, perhaps the schedule has already been posted. So I'm just going to run through this really quickly. Monday's schedule, you can see that those purple highlighted 3 dots denote that for the meantime, that instructor will be going Facebook Live for those of you that are going to remain at home, so that you'll still have a little bit of virtual offerings. The Zoom offerings are not going to continue because it's just too cumbersome and difficult, and it's impractical to Zoom and talk to the computer while you're teaching and Facebook Live will allow for that. But it'll be a different experience, Facebook Live. You're basically going to be like a fly on the wall watching that instructor teach their live class. Tuesdays, oh, I'm sorry. So let me go back. Yeah, so Monday, we're just denoting the new instructor. So Corinne is stepping in there on Monday for P90X. And then we have Debbie Wald will be new to that Tuesday spin because Lily, congratulations. Lily got accepted a head coach volleyball position in Salem for the Wildcats. So congratulations, Lily. We're going to miss you so, so, so much. She'll be around a little bit. She's not finished with us yet. All right, let's keep moving. Wednesday, we have a couple of virtual offerings. Notice the sort of shortened class lengths. Thursday is a small day, and a lot of these classes are just based on, you know, statistically the size of the class being offered. We wanted to kind of keep the larger classes on the schedule. Friday's a bigger day. We have a new class in there, 30-minute little Pound Express class. And we have a new instructor for group power, Rebecca, who I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation. Saturday, Sunday, I want to really highlight the fact that we have Generation Pound. Both Jennifer Stanton and I obtained this certification during our shelter in place. And it is Pound, the cardio drumming class for kids ages 6 to 12. And so this is super exciting. Parents, you can participate. You can sit and watch. This programming will run through the summer. It'll be in Studio One. It's absolutely such a good outlet for kids, even 3-year-olds and teenagers. But this particularly is going to be for kids ages 6 to 12. So good, you guys. Spread the word. Okay, that is the Group X schedule at a glance. We're still fleshing out what the Tribe Season 4 schedule will look like, but we will have that for you for next week for enrollment, and that high value enrollment, the EFT. And we're working on what that schedule will look like, and that is all I have for you guys. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I got so many messages routinely from you guys talking about these virtual classes and how what it's done for your mental health, your physical health, how you're trying classes that you never could have tried before because of the time they were offered, or trying instructors before that you had never met. So you guys kept the heartbeat of the club while we were sheltering in place. So thank you so much for all that energy, and I'll see you in the club.